All right, guys, we are back in game. We have found a game that we could cast. We got invited into the Rogue game as they are now taking on GamersOrigin, and we have a treat for you right now because Tavik is on the Battle Bastion moving forward, and Rogue right now going through with all sorts of momentum. Sorry for the long delay, guys, but we did find a game we could finally get into.
Yeah, and if you may have heard a chuckle during that break, I'm sorry, I just could not control myself as Tavik has been rolling through them as this Bastion. They've had no answer for him at all. He's been on the cart. He ran the offense on Numbani. They've had no answer. It's been reinforced Tavik alive the entire time, just crushing through on this Bastion offense.
He's moving forward. He's getting a charge right back. Whitefire having enough of that says, this is how you take care of that, but wins with the fall through. It's High Noon, gets the triple kill, looking for the quad right now as he just fans the hammer into Whitefire's back, immediately avenging Tavik, and oh my goodness, this has been a just brutal showing here from Rogue, moving forward with all sorts of speed, and this is going to be a sub 3-minute time.
3:48, I believe, on that time. If it's a 10, is Numbani 10 minutes?
No, Numbani is 9 minutes. That is a 2-minute.
2:48 then, yeah. 2:50.
Yeah, it's about 2:48.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
2:47, whatever, something like that. That is an amazingly quick Numbani time. I didn't know how far we were into it when we got there, but I guess we just watched the whole map in about 2 minutes. That's an incredible Numbani time. That Bastion offense just blazing through them. They had no answer the entire time. They were trying to throw a Reaper at it, didn't work. They tried to Reinhardt, it didn't work. Just the coordination there. Unko constantly on him, constantly getting shielded up by Reinforce. And Tavik, I mean, he's got amazing tracking. We've seen him play every hero. He's probably, for my money, the best overall, all-around DPS player in the game. Plays hit scan, plays projectile DPS, plays Bastion. So yeah, that is an amazing time. They're gonna have to roll out with something kind of weird here just to try to beat that, I think.
Yeah, no, they're gonna have to come up with something just, I don't even know. I mean, this time the beat is so insanely fast here. You look at the defend time here for the side of Rogue, a defending 247 Numbani. I mean, usually it seems a little bit longer than that to get first, let alone go through the entire map. So for them, if they get one major team fight here, it is going to be over.
Right beside you.
Okay. There's a little bit of issue there where Hex was a little bit low. That was on my end, but he's already fixed. We have a shorter delay here today, so shouldn't be too long until you guys catch up.
This is the problem with chat trolling. You just never know. Like, I don't know if it's correct or not, but that should be fixed up. It's alright. There wasn't a whole lot that I said except that Tavik just rolled over them as Bastion. You guys totally understood and saw that anyway. My commentary was absolutely superfluous. But on offense, they're going to try something a little different. They're going to run this offensive Widow and try to get this Genji D.Va in as well. They are running a very bomb-in offense that they have to deal with this Torbjorn turret set up by Nox. We mentioned Nox earlier, formerly of Creation, now on this Rogue team. So they have to win this first point in their first 2 fights at the very least.
That's what they're looking for, and Whitefire are going to have to go in a hurry. Everything has to go right here for GamersOrigin, the team formerly known as Overwatch. They're going in here on the turret, so this is what you want from D.Va. Knocks 76 off, so a double play there coming out here from this offense. Narwhal able to take out the turret, but ends up going down in turn. And 76 right now not afraid of this D.Va, sits in the healing station, goes right in on him, as Reinforce now picks up the double kill on the bottom. Reinforce now laying in the shots. And again, for Rogue, all they have to do here is defend just a little while. Not much as Strengths goes down, the big hook from Reinforce. And this is already GG, I think. You look at the time, they're down to 2 minutes remaining. I don't think you can go from point A and get all the way to the end in 2 minutes.
If the next fight fails, I'll call it. You're probably right, but yeah, with the time that Rogue set on his offense, it's just darn near impossible to do it after this. If this next fight fails, I think they'll be calling GG.
I will not waste this opportunity.
More than likely. I mean, this was an absolutely blazing fast Numbani time, powered by El Presidente, Bastion himself. But here comes the side of GamersOrigin. They're leaping in here with Winston D.Va, trying to get control of the high ground. But Tavik doesn't care. He's just sitting here in the back shooting rockets. But Meishikar Lopez, he goes down to Jenkins with the aid of Ashura. Ashura doing some work here on this offensive Widow. Rezo going to undo all of that early damage. AKM now. And defensive Tracer doing work in the back. And I love seeing the defensive Tracer on this map.
It's such a smart thing, too, also, because you don't even really have to be in the fight when you're running a Torb, because you have that other angle covered. It's kind of like running a hero and a half, especially if the Torb's good on his primary, which most of these players are going to be. Torb's primary is incredibly strong if you're able to hit the shots and deal with the fall off at distance. So AKM, again, it's just also to be able to scout the other team. Where are they coming from? Are they coming stairs, broad, or right? Yeah, it's looked absolutely flawless for Rogue so far.
And for Rogue, you look at the time that's remaining here, 44 seconds. This is officially their game. And I gotta say, I like Rogue pioneering the defensive tracer here on Numbani. Other teams have been running it as well. Look at how much trouble AKM is causing for them as he takes out 3 people almost single-handedly in the back. AKM just being absolutely ruthless. Meanwhile, Torbjorn's sitting here back and it's like, well, when is Aardvark gonna pay off? It's like, oh, maybe when Tracer stops killing everyone in the backfield.
I mean, that is the downside, I guess, is that he's not getting any charge for his smoke core. So AKM needs to let them live.
Rogue came in here and they're looking to play. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. We do have the Tac 5 though coming out here from Wins. He goes down. So 2 bigs here from Shura. Shura getting the picks he needs, looking for a little bit more. But 4 kills here from the offensive back, but a little bit too low, too late, and they still don't have this fight entirely as Wins does get the double towards the end. The Res did bring him back into the fight.
The pick with a point-blank barrage there ends up taking down 1 and then himself.
I'm claiming this objective.
If only the offense could have done this just a little bit ago, because they're getting what they need here on the point. They're pushing out Rogue, but again, you look at the time, their time is actually officially over.
Yeah, game's over. So it's all over but the Cryin so far. Here comes the D.Va ultimates. Generally in kind of these mid-level games, the lower sides of the brackets, things like that, we'll let teams play out just because they really do want the experience to be able to play out, to be able to play against a team like Rogue, try to get some picks off, just kind of have the fun of being in the tournament.
Oh, Narok right now trying to put this away here for the offense, at least get this point, get the moral victory, if nothing else. And they're really close to capping this, but Reinforced back in the point on the Hog, clearing things out. Oh, gets the hook with almost no HP left. Down goes Narwhal, and the defense actually stabilizing here for Rogue.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. Reinforced has had a great game on this Roadhog. He's been hitting hook after hook. He's hitting his long-distance shots as well. Reinforced, of course, a hero that you generally, or a player that you generally see on the hero Reinhardt. Reinforced also a hero in my book. So yeah, that is a pretty easy and decisive win for Rogue. It'll be up to their opponent to choose the next map. From our I
think they might bring them to Lijiang, just given we've seen GamersOrigin do before. I do think they prefer King of the Hill a little bit more, and that is the only King of the Hill map that they can bring them to. Ilios is not in the pool, but now I wonder if Ilios is going to be in the map pool for week number 3. That would be awesome, because first week was Nepal, second week has been Lijiang. Can we get Ilios? Just the force teams to play on it. I mean, maybe I'm evil for wanting this, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big fan of Ilios, and I get it. It's kind of just getting the variety, which is the spice of life. Got to get in there. So hopefully you get to Ilios at some point in time.
It's going to be Lijiang. And I'm not too surprised here. We've seen GamersOrigin go for this before. Strengths, of course, a former Quake alumni, does enjoy that sort of gameplay. So we'll see what they do here, but Lijiang Tower being picked and should be good to go in just a moment.
Yeah, the snap call in Lijiang. Just, what are the maps in the pool? Oh yeah, Lijiang. Immediately, Jenkins calls it out. They know that that's where they want to go. So yeah, this Overwatch team recently signed to GamersOrigin. I believe it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, looking to make GamersOrigin look good as their sponsor. They have a tough task against this Rogue team, but it comes to the point where they're a newish team, not a team that has been around forever. So if they can just hang for the team, then they start opening some eyes. I mean, we've talked about the progression of teams as they go. It's like you're getting blown out, then it's like, okay, they had a nice moment here or there. Then it's like, oh, they hung with them a little bit, and then you're sneaking in maps on these teams. You're sneaking in stages, and it's kind of you have to earn your way up and get up the ranking. So if they're able to hang on Lijiang, it'd be a good showing for formerly Overwatch, now GamersOrigin.
Why do good teams have to get picked up by sponsors and then lose their names? I mean, it was bad enough in Heroes where you had Bob Ross Fan Club, an incredible team, lose their name, but it just happens over and over again. But take a look here at the side, coming out here from Rogue. It's going to be AKM on the Reaper. Nox. I'm really, this could be partially trolling on Rogue's part, and maybe they'll go out this. I don't believe them entirely yet, though. Okay, so Nox is going to be Lucio, Reinforce on the Winston, wins on Zarya, Tavik on the 76, and Unco going to be on the Tracer. And Unco actually on Tracer, that's different. Usually it's AKM that's on the Tracer, but he's not playing Mercy. They only have one Lucio, and all the more to it.
Yeah, so no Mercy on either composition now. It's going to be up to Strengths to see what he can get done against Unco. He should be the counter for him on McCree.
Well, both teams running out 2 for 2 right now. 44 remaining here on the point, but look at the poke going in on the side. of GamersOrigin. They are slowly getting picked apart here. And Rogue, slowly but surely, they should be able to take this point.
Yeah, the Zarya's got a pretty nice charge here. Now, I don't like ever trying to come to the right here. I don't like that there's two of them trying to go in at all. They need to back out and maybe try to get some kills here, some damage at least on Unko. But Ashura does get in. He stays alive. Now it gets really hard for teams to break out of this position because you're just going to eat so much spam here. They got their left and right covered. AKM is going to be looking at anyone who comes out over the top. He's going to try to dominate. They're going to be clicking in with Zarya spam. God, it's so hard to break out of this point.
Yeah, you'll see teams go in the courtyard as a Graviton Surge comes in, brings 3 people in for the side of GamersOrigin. Reinforce getting in there, the Winston just cleaning things up, pops the Primal Rage. Just for good measure, was eating a lot of damage. That's going to be another team wipe in favor of Rogue set up by that Graviton.
Yeah, the next...
Go right back, and back to the point I was saying before is that the courtyard is a place where teams can really set up camp. Like, you look at Tavik, he has no reason to move out of here. He can shoot the main entrance that GamersOrigin is going to be trying to get through here, and Soldier, very good from long range.
Yeah, so they're going to come in through top here. That's exactly what Rogue expected after they just shut him down in there.
Sound barrier is out right now for the side of Rogue. They do that as they push in into Veek with attack visor, mowing down 2 immediately, looking for the third. Down goes Whitefire. And again, Rogue with the sound barrier, they just immediately push right back into GamersOrigin. They don't let them get back in the game. And for the next fight, they're going to have Death Blossom up X.
Yeah, they need to find a better way to get out. It has not worked out so far to either come through the top or come through mid. You see this gulf between kind of high-level teams and mid-level teams of when they take control of this map, the lower team can just not even break out again.
Oh, Tech Visor now coming out here from the side of the offense. They're going to try and make something happen here, but Tavik able to take out Strengths immediately, still 65 in favor of Rogue. And AKM, he just down here and can drop a Death Blossom if they all go out together, but they're not going to have the opportunity as, again, they're just getting picked off one by one. Tavik, AKM getting the shots they need, and they're able to save ult as a result.
I think they need a speed boost out. Maybe that's kind of what's missing for them. They need to actually just hit that in and maybe just burn through it, take some damage on the way out, but never able to get out. They lost the first fight and were never able to get out.
And let me tell you, is that as far as the stages go, Night Market is a lot more friendly to the team that's behind than, say, Garden is. But it's not going to be Garden, it's going to be Control Center. Garden will be the stage after that. And I gotta say, for the sake of GamersOrigin, they need to have a plan to at least keep things competitive, because if they get locked in like that in Garden, there's probably going to be no way out.
I mean, it's tough when you win that, or you lose that first fight so badly that the Zarya has ultimate up, because then your second push out, you're going to be in trouble anyway. You almost have to put someone forward just as a sacrificial lamb, hoping to bait out that Graviton so you don't all get grouped up there. But I think there's probably the Lucio play is going to come into here. They need to get that speed boost out, maybe surprise them by taking different angles when they do try to break out, if they get locked in again. That's a big if. We'll see how this first fight goes.
Well, you do have the fair play coming out here from Rogue that is not coming out here from GamersOrigin. Tavik already taking the high ground, looking for rockets over the top. Ashura X going a little bit too deep, gets taken out immediately, and AKM just cleaning up the ground. Tavik with the aerial support. 2 kills here for Rogue already. And Soldier not going to be able to do a lot. They're just outnumbered. They need to back out. They take out Reinforce, but look at what they're giving up in terms of poke. Look at the health bars. It's going to be another 2 kills here for Rogue, as they're just getting everything they need and more. Strengths running right into Tavik's rocket.
Yeah, not the greatest. Ashura is in. He needs to be getting out as well. Ashura and Narwhal are going to try to hold this front door. Actually, I think this might be a little bit smart. Maybe hold this front kind of door so that they don't have to all get pushed out through the back door.
Yeah, they're holding them back, at least for now. Look at Strengths. So Strengths in the back, kind of on a mission, off on an island by himself. Has a pulse bomb. He's looking for Tavik. Will this happen? Will he get the stick? He's looking for it, and he sticks Tavik. Unko is down. Well, he got Tavik. He got Unko instead. Unko actually ended up eating the bomb for Tavik instead. So that's going to be 2 kills here. Now 3 for the side GamersOrigin. One of the better looks have had all game, but Tavik firing immediately back, even down the Mercy. They get 4 kills, and they're able to turn it back in their favor despite how that started out.
I mean, there's not a ton of analysis to throw down here. It's just that they're getting mechanically shot better, and they're having a hard time initiating these fights. That could not have started any better for them. They got a pulse bomb onto the Mercy, but then they get Graviton because they lost the earlier fight, so the ult advantage was in the favor of Rogue. Graviton doesn't clean up everyone, but then Tavik's over the top too. There's too many problems to have answers for this Rogue team.
Well, AKM just was able to spin right in, whirlwinded into them, took out 3 immediately. Tavik over the top, taking out Strengths again. Strengths has been having trouble with the Farah. Not usually that happens, but Ashura eating the big mid-air rocket. Rogue going in even more, and oh my goodness, Narwhal just got destroyed. The teamwork, Winston knockback into rocket mid-air, and Rogue looking strong. If they win one more team fight, they should be able to get this round.
Yeah, I know the last few days for me have sounded like a love letter to Vic, and it kind of has been, because you see, like, this team from GamersOrigin and Overwatch, former Overwatch, are good players, super high-level players, and this is how Vic makes them look. That's how high above a lot of players that he is mechanically.
Well, Soundbearer goes out. Tavik did not get part of that, but AKM did. He is taking his opportunity, getting deep in the back line. Took out 2 to start this out. Will go down, but here comes a barrage from Tavik, looking for anything. Not getting too much, but will get the mid-air on the Strengths at the end. 2 extra kills here for Rogue, and that is going to be it. They will take this round. And now for GamersOrigin, they only have 1 more round left to try and begin the reverse sweep.
So, not even able to stall it out there. We're going to be going to the last stage, which is Night Garden. I don't expect any different results there. I feel that they're going to get locked in up front yet again, and then going to have to choose which alley of death they want to take, the bridge or the backpack side. We'll see. Yeah, just don't even bother. It's impossible. I've had voice lessons.
Tavik thing, so yeah. I'm going to explain my reasoning. His Twitch name is Tavik. And I'm going off of that at this point, because anytime I say the Twick pronunciation of it, everyone's saying you're saying it wrong, can't you read? So for me, even if that is the right pronunciation, I'm not going to say it that way, because everyone's going to think I'm saying it wrong anyway. So his Twitch name is Tavik. Tavik makes sense. It's Tavik as far as that goes. It's really on him for not being Pluppy, though. I missed the Pluppy days. And look at this. He's looking for the knockback. We've seen it happen before, but they do not take the bridge. They go the safer route, so no early knockback here. Both teams moving into it, getting here on the control point. This is the last chance here for GamersOrigin. If they lose this round, that will be it. They will be out of the tournament.
I've taken voice lessons with Vic before, and it still doesn't really help me that much, so not too concerned about it.
Oh no, Narwhal! I don't even think he got, I'm not even sure he got knocked off there. I think he took a little bit of splash and then sort of walked off the edge, but he is dead early on the fight, and losing a Reaper like that is never a good thing. They would have had an advantage numbers-wise if not for that, and now Rogue moving in, looking for the opportunity. Tavik getting over the top, landing rocket after rocket, takes out Ashura. There will be no res, and things looking good here as he knocks Narwhal into the pit once again. Gonna be a full fight here for Rogue.
As Farahplay's just been dominating lately. He made his bones as a hit scan and several different DPS players, but there's been a lot of players who've not been able to transition from their hit scan specialist into a projectile specialist. Tavik can play everything. That's why I rank him so highly amongst just all DPS players, is I think no matter what the meta does, no matter what it changes, he'll be fine. He can play absolutely everything at a super high level.
Well, Narwhal able to get the better of AKM there. This is a better start than we've seen from GamersOrigin here thus far, but will they be able to follow through? Reinforce, able to take out the Reaper in the end. Rogue still holding on here, but more of an even fight to start this out. Rez does come out from the side of Rogue. They bring up all their fallen heroes. It's Tavik getting right into the building. Graviton is out, so is the Barrage. He gets the double kill, looking for more, makes it a triple, but they're gonna have the Rez right after, so this still could be turned. Will they sound barrier in just a month? They could.
Probably should. They still are going in with underpowered here as Jenkins gets picked off going in.
With Jenkins down, it's a lot worse here. They probably need the sound barrier and go into that right away, but they lost a few people. Their power is going to be decreased as a result, and Wins right now just melting faces off on Zarya. Fully charged up. That beam is nothing if not deadly. And Rogue going to hold here once again. Rogue now probably about 2 team fights away from knocking GamersOrigin out of this tournament.
Sure has put himself in really bad positions on this Mercy more than once now. He just dove in all alone, tried to jump out, but it was too late. Showed himself to the Winston. Winston's not going to let a Mercy live after she shows the hubris of going near his territory. So he jumps on her, Reinforce takes her out.
Good stuff coming out from Rogue right now. In fact, this will be the last team fight. They waste enough time in setting up for this that they've given themselves only one more fight. Soundbearer is out, but the Graviton is out as well. 4 people doing the group hug right now. AKM coming right in, taking out Silo immediately. 2 kills here for Rogue. Ashura is still alive, though. Does not have a res, but will have a res sooner rather than later, and the offense of GamersOrigin staying alive in their last push. Don't have the res though, and Ashura's not going to get it. Goes down to 99% to Tavik, and Rogue off a res of their own should be able to clean up the rest of this. Zarya in trouble. Might even get knocked off the ledge, but nope, she goes down. And Rogue will be holding on here. They will be moving on to day number 2. Big plays by Tavik to close it out.
Yeah, he's just been crushing it on his Pharah. His Pharah has been phenomenal.
And the barrage at the end just to make sure gets 3 people just for good measure. They do have one person in the back holding it overtime, so maybe they will have been able to buy enough time. But it was just a loser in the back silo. Now Tracer, the last person on, but they're not going to be able to keep this overtime in progress. It will be it here for Rogue. Decent temp by GamersOrigin towards the end, but not going to be enough.
Might see a Plup of the game here. For those of you who don't know, Tavik used to be called Pluppy, and then his actual account got into the game, but in beta, it was Pluppy. Nox here with the Lucio play. It's got to be environmental, right?
Someone got booped. There's almost no way that...
No.
I don't know. Did someone get booped?
Nope.
I don't think so. This isn't usually where you boop people off. Just firing shots into the graviton got enough kills.
A damage-based Lucio play of the game. Good on you, Nox.
Nox, of course, formerly with Creation Esports, now with Rogue. The contract drama still ongoing. I actually want to get an update of that at some point. I'll message someone for Creation and just be like, all right, so what is the deal with Nox's contract? It's probably going to turn into, well, we could pursue it, but it's not even worth.
I think both teams might be better off. I mean, Toxican's been playing well for Creation. Nox clearly happier with Rogue. So it's one of those rare things that, you know, a trade works out for both teams.
Happens in traditional sports as well, where sometimes, you know, one puzzle piece fits better in the other slot. But we're going to see here, we're going to see if we can get into the Creation Esports game. We were just talking about them. I'm not even sure if they've started yet. They had all the internet issues to begin with.
Well,
it does look like the Too Strong game had begun.
Okay.
And so did the Creation game, but...
Yeah, maybe we can jump in.
I'm okay with bugging Linkser. He bugs. He's probably in chat trolling right now while he's in game anyways.
There was an interesting question, though, while we do have a moment at the very least to talk about. What team has the best odds to beat Envy in the finals? I think it's a really easy question to answer. NG Red. NG Red is the only team that's been able to take maps off Envious in recent days, so I would definitely say it's NG Red could beat Envy at any given moment. They've taken a map off them. They've been leveling up. They clearly have something that Envy doesn't know how to deal with, so it's just as recent results, Northern Gaming Red has played phenomenally against all the top teams, and they're probably my favorite contender to be able to beat Envy. I don't think it's going to happen anytime real soon, but that would be my answer to that.
So they're in